Even though we've lost 120 pounds over the past 5 months on the carnivore diet, this past month we stalled.
And here's how we started losing again.
Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel. We're the Carnivore Couple. I'm Pat.
And I'm Caitlin, and we have been on the carnivore diet for 5 months. And everything had been going really smooth up until this month when we both completely stalled. So tell us a little bit about your stall. When did you first notice that you were stalling out?
Yeah, so at the beginning of July, I had lost like 2 or 3 pounds pretty quickly. And then I just sat at that weight for like 2 weeks and nothing changed, which is kind of weird because normally in the past I would lose like 2 or 3 pounds every few days or every week, but I just stalled for like 2 weeks straight. And it was really frustrating because the first month was great. You know, we lost 20 pounds each, both of us.
The first month was amazing. So then when you get to this month where you're stalled out, it can be really hard on your mindset.
Yeah, it was tough. But I knew that it's always been consistent. The weights always came off. So I know to trust the process and to not cheat and not get discouraged. And eventually it did start coming off again.
Okay. So did you make any changes between that time that you were stalled and then you started losing again? Yeah.
So I had let dairy and cheese creep back up on me at the beginning of July. And I noticed I ate a lot more cheese sticks and cheese wisps and cheesy snacks and
easy to do.
Dairy. Yeah. So I started to cut that out and decrease the amount I was eating in the second half of the month, and then I started to see the weight come back off again, and I ended up actually hitting my 10-pound goal for the month. So
wow.
Yeah.
So cutting out the dairy for you is what helped kind of get you out of that stall?
Yes, it helped a lot. So
then for month 5, where did you start at, and then where did you finish?
Yeah, I started at, I believe it was 247, and I ended at 237.
So a total of 10 pounds?
Yep, which is the goal for every month, pretty much. So.
Awesome job.
So I know you struggled also in July with stalling out too.
Yes, I was stalled for about the first 2 months of July. I was really stuck at that 242 mark, and it can be really frustrating when you're not seeing that scale move, especially when you had such great weight loss in the beginning and then all of a sudden it just stops. It's kind of like a mind trick.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, for your mindset. It's a really big test. And so for me, 2 things that were amazing. Number 1, just reach out to your community when you do stall. So one of the people that I kind of reached out to, I was watching a video by Nisha Berry, and one of the things she mentioned was to practice intuitive fasting. So just being more mindful about eating only when you're hungry. And yes, everybody says this all the time, and it's very simple advice to take, but I just needed to be reminded about, am I eating because it's time to eat, or am I eating because I'm actually hungry? So then the last 2 months of July, I really focused on only eating when I was actually hungry. So sometimes that meant I skipped breakfast, and sometimes that meant I skipped dinner because I was just really not hungry. And once I really started focusing on only eating when I was hungry, I started seeing the scale move again, and it really helped me get out of the stall. One thing I will say that helped me with the mindset when I did not see the scale move is that I felt like my body was still changing, even though I wasn't seeing it on the scale. So I decided to take my measurements, and even though the scale hadn't moved, I had lost 2 inches during the stall on my belly, like my biggest part, and I've really struggled to lose inches there, and I'd lost 2 whole inches on my belly. So I just really encourage you, if you are going through a stall, you know, make sure to check your measurements, because that can help you overcome the mindset. But then also for me, what helped me was making sure I was only eating when I was actually hungry.
And it's important to remember the scale is not the end all be all of your success, you know. So what did you start the month at, and what did you end with?
Yeah, so for month 5, I started at 242 pounds, stalled out for 2 weeks, and then I ended up getting down to 231 pounds, so a total of 11 pounds lost.
Wow, good job.
Which is amazing.
That's awesome. So if you're stuck in a stall, you know, don't get discouraged. Keep pushing forward, stay strong, reach out to your accountability partner, reach out to us. Don't put so much weight on the scale, you know. Literally.
You're punny today.
But take your measurements and just don't get discouraged and trust the process, because You can do it.
So if you are going through a stall right now, a few things to remember is number one, keeping a clear mindset throughout the process of the stall and trusting the process can be very difficult. So this is a really great time to make sure you reach out to your accountability partner or reach out to the carnivore community on YouTube, because there are so many people who want to support you through this process and through this stall. Number two, make sure you're just eating when you're hungry and not just eating because it's time to eat.
Yep.
Or snacking. That can really help. Number three, if you're like Patrick, maybe try cutting out the cheese. Then number four, just try to keep your body in motion.
If you've enjoyed this video or found it helpful, be sure to smash that like button, maybe subscribe if you're not subscribed. We really appreciate the support, and we'll see y'all next time. Stay strong.